Yeah, so I will shortly give you an update about recent news within the IERS. As the name says, the IERS is responsible for reference frames, reference systems, and Earth rotation. So I will not go into details about the structure or the components. I just use the structure of the IERS to show you what is new. So we have 3 new working groups. We have one on prediction of Earth orientation parameters, which is actually not that new because in previous years we had this second Earth orientation parameter prediction comparison campaign. We heard about this yesterday. So this was a very successful campaign, and that's why the decision was that these activities should go on and lead to this new working group. Then we heard today in the morning from Johannes Böhm about the Genesis working group, which is joined with IHE. And we have also joined with IHE a working group on evaluation of the terrestrial reference frames. Yeah. So here you see the chairs. Jolanta Nastula and Robert Dill are chairing this EOP campaign, and Johannes Böhm, as said, and the evaluation of the terrestrial reference frame group is chaired by Guillaume Moreau and co-chair Andrea Susnik. Yeah, then some news about the IERS directing board. You see here all the faces related to the components and the responsibilities. Luckily, we have a new person at USNO since this year. USNO is one of the 2 groups responsible for the celestial reference frame, and it was a long time vacancy there. So with Claire Kramer starting officially mid of the year, USNO has a new person there. The situation is that USNO and Paris Observatory are sharing their responsibility on celestial reference frame within the directing board. So by starting next year, this will turn over, and we have for next year period some other changes. So apart from this handover of the responsibility of the celestial reference frame to Paris Observatory, we do not know yet who will be this person. So there are still discussions ongoing between USNO and Paris Observatory how to handle this. We will have a new representative for the Convention Center. There we also have the situation that Paris Observatory and USNO are sharing their responsibilities. And starting in January, Cheryl Byram from USNO will take this part. And maybe the most important thing, we are currently looking for a new chair. So Tony van Dam, her term ends by end of this year, and she does not want to continue for a second term. So currently the election is going on. And hopefully by end of October, we know who will be the new IERS chair starting next year. Publications, there are several technical notes in preparation on recently released products and activities. So ITRF 2020 is one major product. There is a technical note in preparation just based on the ITRF 2020 as a product. So this final product, but then also a second one related to the generation of ITRF 2020 with description and evaluation of the input data, as well as other TRF 2020 solutions provided by JPL and DGFI. And a third technical note on the results of the second Earth orientation parameter prediction comparison campaign, UPPCC. already mentioned before. There are several scientific papers published with the outcome of these campaign, but the intention of the technical note is to give more broader place to describe all the input series that you cannot publish in a scientific paper. Finally, annual reports. We assigned for the latest published report, which is 2019, the DOIs, and we established there a hierarchical system. That means we assigned one DOI based on the entire collection of IERS annual reports. We will assign to each volume, in this case the annual report for 2019, a DOI, and then every individual contribution of every IERS component within this annual report is also assigned with a DOI, and this procedure is in agreement and after some discussions with Kirsten Elger, and thanks for your help, how to handle this. And so the plan is to assign DOIs in the same manner also for the upcoming reports, and going back for the existing reports, and then also look for DOIs for the products. Finally, the most important product, some updates. We had yesterday a presentation from Suher, so it's about the IERS 2020. The IERS 2020 itself was published in April 2022 with additional solutions by DGFI and JPL. And as Suher mentioned yesterday, the regular IERS updates just started as an experiment to learn how to handle this. And main goal with including new sites, we have a lot of GGOS sites to get better coordinates that are not really well represented in IERS 2020 yet. And the input by the technic centers were delivered in February this year. And as mentioned yesterday by Suher, hopefully by end of the year we will have the update released. That's it from the IERS. Thanks.